Hi. Hi, my name is Julianna and I own a business called Threaded Fable Studio. And I kind of wanted to talk about things I wish I knew before getting into all of this. It's a lot that I didn't even realize. I knew that small business owners did a lot of work, but it really is kind of one of those things that you really don't know unless you're in it. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience and things that I wish I knew 3 months ago. My cats are exploring the sunroom today. While we're chatting, I'm going to be working on a flower coaster, and the pattern is by Crochet Diaries. And I forgot a stitch marker. Okay, we got our stitch marker. So the first thing that I wish I knew before I got started with my business was there are a lot of startup costs. We have to be honest with ourselves that it is such a privilege to be able to open a business, a small business. There are a lot of startup costs in order to do it legally. If you're going to do markets, then you need to be able to pay the market booth fee, whatever that is. And you might be lucky enough to find it on the cheaper side. For example, one of the farmers markets I did at the start of the season in May was $20 for the month or $100 for the season. That is extremely cheap, and I have not since been able to find anything that cheap. And if you're doing markets, then you need tables, you need tablecloths, display items like those little tiers and stuff. You need to make inventory, which costs money because you need the materials to make the inventory. And then other things, like I bought a banner that was $50, and like that $50, like it just adds up. And yes, you can do Dollar Tree stuff, but it's still money that you have to put in without getting anything back first. So I feel very privileged that I was able to do it. The second thing I wish I knew when I was getting started was the saying. I can't remember exactly how the saying goes, but the whole it doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to put it out there. But it's something along those lines of you can make it perfect later. And I think a lot of what holds me back is by trying to do things perfect the first time I do them, such as YouTube videos. I recorded that footage for my first 2 videos back in December, and it's July, and it took me until 2 days ago to actually finish editing it and uploading it. And actually, I was completely done editing it for the most part. I think there was 2 things that I had to edit. It took me not much time to finish editing it. What was holding me back was literally just the hitting upload button. Are those videos perfect? No. But as I get better in my skill set when it comes to video recording and editing and all those things, the quality is going to go up as well. And the only way that you can get better at doing something is by doing it. The same thing goes for social media and pattern writing. I'm finally putting in my first pattern to be tested. I have a lot of really kind testers right now who are willing to test a pattern that is riddled with mistakes. I feel very grateful. A lot of what's been holding me back has been the wanting it to be perfect before presenting it to the world, when really my main focus should have just been getting it out there and then making it perfect later. Since doing that, have felt a lot better about putting out content. I've been feeling a lot better about putting my business out there. I've been feeling a lot better about putting out my products, and people support me anyway. And it's been really, really humbling. And I just feel really, really grateful for everyone who's just supported me and my business over the past few months. Just really good friends and a handful of strangers. And I definitely need to still remind myself that just get it out there, make it perfect later is totally the way to go. And if you are thinking about opening a small business, no matter what your niche is, I think that you should totally take that advice and just do it. There are ways to keep costs low while you're opening. You can do it. Another thing that I was really worried about was what my friends and family were going to think of me. And truthfully, I still worry about that quite a lot. I still get a little scared and I feel a little bit of guilt whenever a friend or a family member or whatever purchases something from me, because I'm like, I can't charge them for that. They're my friend. But what I try to remind myself is that they're just making an investment in you because they love you and they're wanting to support you. It's not that you held them at gunpoint and said, you must buy this from me, right? Like, they're putting their money towards you because they love you and they want to support you. That also goes for content creation. I'm still, like right now, still not very comfortable with it. It's very uncomfortable for me, but I'm doing it anyway because, again, I can do it now and make it perfect later. And my friends who genuinely care about me and want to support me, they're going to support me no matter what. You're always going to have people in your corner, even if you don't see them. Just keep going because eventually it might feel a little bit more normal. Something else that I wish I knew before getting started with my small business is the concept of niching down, but also that it's your business and you can do whatever the f you want to do with it. I struggled a lot with the idea of trying to niche down. A lot of what people were recommending was you need to niche down. So for example, you only focus on making plushies, or you only focus on making baby and kid clothes and wearables. And I really struggled with this because I was like, well, I like making a little bit of everything. That's really hard for me to just like pick one category and stick to it. And then later you can expand. And I took that advice for like all of 2 weeks. And then I was like, you know what? It's my business and I can do whatever I want. Is that the best strategy? No, it's probably not. And will I change my mind? Probably. Do I want this to be a business that makes money? Absolutely. Obviously, I want to make some money because I turned it into a business. Duh. However, I still want to make sure that I'm feeling creative and satisfying whatever I want to do in that moment, because I don't want all the joy to be sucked out of it. Goodness gracious, my bangs are just killing me right now. I might have to just like swoop them to the side. I might have to do that for the rest of the video. That makes me look like a middle-aged woman, but it's fine. At the end of the day, it is a strong business tactic to niche down and just pick a category to work within. I'm not feeling like I'm ready to kind of like pin that down yet, so I'm going to keep exploring and figuring out a little bit more. Some people do get into this and they say, okay, in the next 6 months, I want to be able to like completely leave my full-time job. That's not me. I'm not necessarily looking to leave my full-time job at all in the foreseeable future. I quite like my job. The only way I can like really figure out what I would want to niche down into is by continuing to create and continuing to invest time into my business. Some people would say that I'm being very foolish and it's not a very strong business decision. I definitely have a bit more flexibility and time. I think that's it for today's video. It's getting a little bit hot in here. First, thanks for watching. It's really nice of you. I would love to hear from you, especially if you are also in the beginning of creating your own small business. What are some things that you wish you knew or you still have questions about? I'd love to talk with you in the comments down below and kind of like commiserate and relate to someone who knows exactly what I'm going through. But also, if you've been in business for a while and it seems to be going really well and you have advice for someone like me, then I would love any advice that you have in the comments, because I love feedback and advice. And yeah, here's another thing. The last thing I'll let you go with is I was really scared to make a crochet business because there has been a huge boom in crochet businesses in the past few years, and I felt like I was kind of like late to the party. I've seen other small businesses who have been really successful say this on their social media, and I think it's really important to say that there is space for all of us in this community and in this business world. There is space for all of us, and there's space for you, even if it doesn't feel like it. I think it's just really important that we continue to help each other grow and we continue to support each other, because it just helps us all in the end. And at the end of the day, we all love fiber arts. That's why we're here. I'll get off my little soapbox, but thank you again for watching. It's been so nice talking to you and kind of getting things off of my chest, and just having like a dedicated space to kind of talk about these things is really, really nice. So thank you for watching. And if you'd like to hang out in the future, I would love to talk to you on my social medias. I am found on Instagram, TikTok, here on YouTube, Pinterest. On all of those social medias, I'm at the handle Threaded Fable Studio, and I would love to make some more friends in this community. And yeah, that's it, I think. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. That really helps push out the videos I hear. If you're interested in supporting me by purchasing a piece that I've made, I sell on both Etsy, and I also have my own website, threadedfablestudio.com. As of today, put out a crochet pattern writing template. So if you are a Canva fan like myself and you're looking to start making some crochet patterns as well, you can go check that out on my Etsy. And I think that's it. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say at the end of these videos other than I love you and thank you for watching. Like, it really means a lot to me. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.